Right, off we go to the dreaded Hooktail Castle, which is maybe not actually that dreaded, but it's the first dungeon of the game. And there was nothing over here. Okay, cool. Glad I spent my time to do it then. Not sure how far I'm going to get in this place. I don't believe I'll be getting through the full thing in one video. But we'll just kind of see how it goes, and I will end when it is roughly a half hour into it. Let's save again, because saving at the end of the last video wasn't good enough. I wonder if anybody has ever made papercraft of, like, the areas in this game. You can't really make papercraft of the characters, because they would just be cutouts. Oh man, Hooktail Castle. The stories were all true. This place is terrifying. Is it actually that terrifying? Here, get the Triscuit with a blob of ketchup on it. So anyway, that right there is one of the one of the badges that kind of it. Let me restart that sentence. That right there is kind of a weird variety of badge because it's basically, if you look at it here, it costs 3 BP and it increases your HP by 5. So I like to basically consider this a way to correct a decision that you've made. This is why I usually go for a lot of BP, because even if you use a bunch of it and then realize, like, oh crap, I really need more HP, you're basically spending the points that you put into that into giving yourself more HP. So it's like, I think, like, in the very end of the game, when you are basically maxed out on all your stats, it's just a way to give you more HP if you feel like you need it. But it's also a way to correct yourself early on, which I think is kind of cool. And here we have a paratroopa, which I will need to tattle, so I get to waste an entire turn switching out and then tattling. This is why the badge that lets you switch out a partner, like, and still have that partner, like, yeah, I think you can just switch and not have it consume your entire turn, if I remember right, but it takes like 7 BP or something. I do enjoy that badge, though. It is helpful. And also Luigi's in the audience.
Hey, Mario. Hey, I'm here to just kind of watch you fight some stuff. Don't know what I'm doing here in the castle. I should probably be out at, like, the Waffle Kingdom or some shit like that. I guess I'm just taking a detour.
Yeah, I came to the realization a few days that the Luigi voice also sounds like Doc Brown. So, make of that what you will. If I could think of a good Doc Brown quote, I would totally just do it in the Luigi voice. It's been 3 whole days since I've seen those movies, though. No, I don't know. A lot of the stuff he says is technobabble, though, so I can't really think of a lot of it. This is a thrilling battle. Aren't you glad you're getting to see it? Eventually there will be a better way to take these things out, I think. Emphasis on I think. There might not actually be. It's like, they're not really dangerous, they just take a while. And, oh my, are there a lot of them. I actually didn't even mean to fight this one. I could just use a fire flower, I've got a bunch of them. I feel like I should probably save those for later into the dungeon, though. I'll try my best to remember to use them. But yeah. I might be off-screening some of these fights. I wasn't planning on doing that so early into this, but, yeah, I can't really say a whole lot about fighting Koopas. So I guess we'll cut back after I clear out this room. Actually, never mind, because I just realized I'm probably going to be using Sweet Treat in a minute here. So, let me, put this guy down, and... Yep, definitely Sweet Treat. Alright. So, here's the first use of this, then. The way I always do this is I actually just kind of shift how I'm holding the controller in my hand so that I have the, like, the left handle in my right hand, and then I just kind of flick the, control stick left repeatedly. But yeah, this is actually a very good way to recover stuff. It is somewhat luck-based, because sometimes the poison mushrooms will get in the way, but it's pretty handy. I think you get like 7 HP for each character and 8 flowers or something like that if you max it out. That's what it looks like, yeah. And so, as you can see, that, I mean, since that was the first time I used that, explaining game mechanics for people who don't know it, at the top, like underneath where the flower is, you've got your star meter there. Every time I've been doing stylish moves in this game, that is actually for a purpose, because, there, and of course I fucked one up. If you do just regular timed attacks on stuff like this, the audience will cheer a little bit and give you some power. But if you do a stylish move, which I once again failed to do, so give me a minute. Here you go. If you do stylish, you get a lot more. So that's why I always do that, because Sweet Treat is very useful. It takes a while to use, so it's not going to be the most interesting thing to watch, but if you're just playing the game alone, that's not really a problem. There we go, power bounce. Oh, okay, sorry, let me take a second and stop here, because, back in the Rogueport shop, there was, like, there was a badge that gave you, like, a bunch of attack power in one jump. This is basically just the super jump for Mario RPG, so it is a different move. I thought that you got that one here, though. So, let me actually try that out. Oh, I have to equip it. Right. Never mind. But yeah, I was just saying, like, if you have the patience for it, Sweet Treat's a pretty useful thing to have just for recovering your stats back up. Actually, for a surprising amount of time, too. Like, you'd think that later on in the game, when you have a lot more HP and FP, and healing only 7 won't do that much. Like, it still is useful, though, because once you actually gain more star power, you can use it, like, multiple times without having to refill it. And you just saw right there, like, how quick it is to refill this thing. So, depending on what you're fighting, again, if you have the patience to sit through the long animation every time, it's a reasonably cheap way of getting your stuff back up if you, like, run out of healing items. Anyway, let me go get Coops back. I think one of these does something. Yeah. Oh no! These bones, they remind me of my father. There's no doubt about it. It's my father. Not even gonna... Okay. I was gonna not even try to read this, but I don't know how I yell that in the Greg voice. It's just like, Dad! Wait, what's this? Mario, my father's clutching some kind of letter. Or at least his bones are. What should I do? Should I read it? If you tell him not to read it, he never actually does. It's kind of weird. I'm going to tell him to read it. Okay, I can do this. Dear pesky okay, no. I came to this castle to destroy Hooktail, but I'm stuck and can go no further. So in this letter I shall note Hooktail's weaknesses to those who follow. The dreaded Hooktail cannot tolerate creatures that begin with CR and end with ICIT. In other words, he is very weak to crustaceans. Hidden somewhere in this castle is an item related to Hooktail's weakness. If one is to have any hope of defeating Hooktail, one must first find that item. Something about Ultimate Doom and save itself, don't really care. My son, Colorado, I love you and I'm proud of who you've become. My son, Colorado? Oh, then who gives a shit?
Whatever.
Anyway, I think Colorado is like the explorer from the first game. Again, this is something that like people who actually remember the first Paper Mario at all would know about without a doubt. I think that's the case, but I'm not positive. What did I say that this voice has to be? It's like, you'll go no farther, and from this moment on, you'll be nothing but bound. Oh god, okay. They're just kind of standing here.
Menacingly.
So do that for a bit, and there we go. Guess what I get to do? I get to switch out and scan these. So let's do that, I guess. I will scan the red one first, because it's totally red and not pink. Alright. Timing on this is always difficult because you never actually know which one they're going for. So I usually will just kind of try to block it as if it's hitting Mario, and then usually fuck up. So, let's tattle the other one. Oh. Wow, okay. Just use a mushroom. Is this 5 or 10 HP? 5, okay. Let's go through another round of dodging stuff. Probably not particularly well, though. Oh my. Oh my. And Goombella's down. Okay. Well, there will be more dry bones where these came from, so I suppose I'll be able to tattle those next time. Let me get Koops back. And what are they? God damn it. I can't tell what they're throwing because it's like behind the audience counter. Okay, you know what? You guys gotta die. Alrighty, so let's try and take out the main guy. Can I damage him with a jump? I actually didn't read if he had a high defense or not. Yeah, he does. Okay, so it's gotta be hammer then. Oh wait, sorry, they're dull bones, not dry bones. My mistake. I'll take balloons for 400. Power smash, I don't feel like dealing... Or actually piercing blow. No, power smash. Yeah, power smash. Like, trying to think, is this what I want to do? This is fine. And it didn't kill it. But this probably should. Yep, okay. So now I just have to remember to tattle the dull bones the next time they show up. Turns out this is the only battle they're in the entire game. They're like the Ice Shriek bats. Yeah, I have a feeling they're not... yeah. Can I heal her? Hold on, I thought that like after a battle they went back to having like 1 HP or something. How does that work? No? Can I use a mush? Like, I honestly don't remember this. Oh, okay. So if they are at 0... I probably should have tested that. I think that if you go into a fight with them at 0, they go up to 1. I thought that's how that worked. Alright, so... let's actually not mess up the timing this time. And, now I have to beat a bunch of them, so... I wish I had the Quake Hammer, but I do not. Oh well, at least they're not like the ones from Mario RPG that can like only be damaged by special attacks. I always thought that was really lame, because if, like, there's a battle in Bowser's Castle where you're forced to fight a bunch of them, and if you just get to that point and you're out of FP and you have no FP healing items, you're just completely screwed. There is nothing you can do about it. Maybe don't build reinforcements. Would be nice. Oh yeah, that's the other thing about Koops, is he has a natural higher defense than Goombella does. Unless I'm completely crazy and I'm just making shit up. Because I believe if you, yeah, I think those bones do 2 damage and they do 1 if you block it. But with Koops, it does 1 damage and it does nothing if you block it, so that's always cool. Alright, now would be a good time for Sweet Treat, but I'm actually about to level up pretty soon, which does fully heal you, so don't know if I necessarily need to use it. Yeah, just try to clear these guys out. How much did these give for each? 2. Okay, so this battle won't quite level me up, but then the next one will. So, question for the audience here. Am I the only one who is, like, psychologically compelled to do the stylish move on every single attack, even when there's no use? Like, when there's no reason to do it at all? Because I tried to actually not do that in a few battles, and I, like, can't help myself. I feel like if I don't do it, I'll forget the timing. I don't know. Alright, so I can't go through that door. This does that. Actually, hold on. Yeah, that doesn't do anything yet, so yeah, I have to do this one. And up we go. And I guess it's just, yeah, just the door. It's hard to tell if you can walk on the railing, don't mind me. So let's just kind of go through this window here. Oh, wait, what? How do I progress then? Oh, you... Okay, that makes sense. I didn't even think about that. Okay. Anyways, need you to come back down. Oh, let me do this, then I can hit the switch. Which does this, I guess. Okay. This is a surprisingly in-depth puzzle for being like the first real puzzle. It's not difficult, but it has a lot of components to it. It is reasonably well designed. It's not just hit the button, make the thing happen. You actually have to kind of think it out. Alright, so let me try and do this then. Why did I jump off? Is this for something mandatory, or is this for an optional item? Could I have even made that? It looks like I should be able to make that. Okay. I love when the partners just kind of like fall off cliffs and then teleport back to where you are. Alrighty, guess we're going through the door. Still need 2 star points. I assume leveling up heals your partners also, because Goombella's the one that really needs it. Not that I'll be using her a whole lot in this place, but I will for Tattle at least. There's also the flavor text in all the different rooms, which I haven't been reading. I'm not going to start, but there might be some interesting things here and there if anyone wants to ever bother with that. Alright, you want to, like... There we... And I miss anyway. Goomba's less of a threat. Wait, what, is it holding a badge, or what is that thing? Some kind of badge. Can't tell what it is, though. Oh yeah, I forgot that Koops actually gets stuck on his back like that. That's an interesting mechanic. Did Cooper from the first Paper Mario do that? I don't remember. It makes sense, because, like, if the enemies do that, then why shouldn't he? It's little things like that that I just kind of forget about and realize that this game actually has, like, really good design in it. I think the main appeal for this series is that it's an RPG with, like, non-terrible number calculation going on. Like, I never really understood why most RPGs feel the need to have, like, HP and damage stuff up in the hundreds, when stuff like this works just as well. Like, just give your character 10 HP, have the attacks do 1 HP, like, it works. I don't know. Depends on what you're going for. Anyway, I will actually go for FP this time, because I will regret it if I don't. I'll eventually start getting more badges. And I don't really care about you at all. And yet I kill you anyway. Alright, so yeah, there's a part coming up that will get me a new ability, which I am looking forward to getting, because then that means I can backtrack and do terrible things. Oh, I can't actually get the thing yet. Okay. Oh, here is the new ability right here. Okay. Can I go... Oh, right, never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. What the heck? Oh, gosh. It's been a long time since anyone came here. A real long time. Huh? You heard me? Wow! Wait a sec. If you can hear my voice, you must be some legendary hero or something. Or not. To be honest, I'm sure anyone with ears can hear me. But it sure is fun zinging people with that whole legendary hero bit. Hey, but seriously, folks, I was wondering if you could let me out of this chest. I've been locked in here so long I'm starting to cramp up like you wouldn't believe. All you have to do is find the key and let me out. Easy. What do you mean? You think you'll be cursed if you open the box? Ridiculous. Who would do that, really? Wait in the box and curse folks? A real slimeball, that's who. But I'm not a real slimeball, and I would never do such thing. Obvious and herb as you look, they help me out, I help you out, I'm scratch your back, scratch reverse order, and you don't have to find a key, sir. That was fun. I wonder what's going to happen with the holes in here. Hey, look, there's a crack that you won't be able to do anything with until you're, like, halfway through the fucking game. Oh my god, there's spikes.
Look at that.
Oh my god, there's more spikes. Okay, that's enough of that. Don't know how I could not think of that, though. That was too close. Wait, what was that line from? Hold on. Whatever, who cares? Because I was doing the Link voice, but it wasn't Link at all. Who cares? Anyway.
You got that key that's opened that spooky meatwad chest.
Hey there. Boy, am I so glad you found that key. Unbelievable. Black key. I like how you can just not do it.
Fools!
Random silence.
Why only they must eat putting my told by the false ring like that because during anyone who's missing or leaving, and no matter which path you take, your first best one back in the fund, and under curse, no charge. Oogly boogaloo. We know you cross your vision, serve your right, and it's a curse, and you hold R, and you turn flat and shit, and you hold hard. Oh my god, look at you, you're so stupid, you're holding R.
Yeah, I don't really care about voicing this guy at all.
Eat a sandwich, skinny.
There's a great insult for you. Oh, okay, you're supposed to say yes.
Farewell, Jumballs. Oh my god, I'm gonna be back in later and give you some stuff, yeah.
Goodbye. Oh, he finally caught up. Oh boy. So, here's what this thing does. Not that I can tell because I don't have any audio, but it does that. It makes the noise of the, crustaceous, or whatever the hell it was I called it. I'm not going to have that turned on because I don't really care much at all for the noise it makes. Not that I'm listening to it, but I'm sure other people don't want to listen to it either. Anyway, I was going to stop there, but yeah, I'll go a little bit. Well, actually, yeah, you know what? I'm going to cut the recording here and then cut back in a minute because there is actually something I want to do before I even go any further in this castle. It's completely unnecessary at this point, but I think it makes it a little more interesting. So, I will be back in a minute. Alright, so here I am back in the Rogueport sewers / Old New York section. There is a particular place I'm wanting to go to, which most people probably already know what it is, but I'm going to do a little bit more exploring, because I actually don't remember where some of the stuff goes. Like this, for instance. Is this Chet Rippo? What is this? No? What are you? Oh, wait, is this the... Hold on, look at that again. Fortune teller. Oh, this is the one that makes you lucky. Okay. This is actually pretty cool. Why not? I don't see any reason why not to do this. So, here's what this will do, after we get a funky little animation. Behold, 3D rendered objects in this paper game. They're less likely than you would think. Okay, so yeah, the game doesn't specifically tell you, but what that does is basically just during battles, randomly you will get these extra effects that appear. Like sometimes she'll just pop up and you'll heal HP, or you'll attack, she'll do more damage, or you'll have higher defense, or you'll have some other kind of special attribute. It's pretty cool. So I usually forget that that thing is on there, or that that thing is even available, but it's cool to have. I don't really have any star pieces, right? Let's see. Nothing that I would want to get. Chill Out is cool, but not really needed. Did I get the one back here? Yeah, I did, I think. Okay. Anyway, let's head on to not quite the place where I wanted to go yet, but getting closer to it. I'm pretty sure there's still a few more places I can get sidetracked. Just go like this. Nothing in here, right? Nothing that I can get yet, at least. There might be, like, something I can do in there. Anyway, can I do anything in here? No. No, I need another ability for this. Okay, so those were pointless.
Well, that was pointless.
And, over here is still a shortcut, which I can't do anything with. Okay. Just basically trying to remember where everything goes in this place, because I still never remember the layout that well. Can't get rid of the big angry block. I can go in here, however, I don't know if it is anything that is beneficial to me at this point. Yeah, not looking like I can do very much in here. Nope. I actually don't remember what activates that. I mean, that's the next area that you'll be going once you're done with Hooktail Castle, but there is a way to get through it, and I don't know what you gain between now and then that lets you go through it. It might just be, like, plot. I don't remember. Alrighty, so this should be the Thousand-Year Door area over here. Yep, okay. So, as I mentioned before, there's a cool place in here. I say cool with, your mileage may vary on that statement. But, yeah, you fly over here, and... Okay, wait, is this it right here? Yeah, it is. I think the bounce up there is just the way back, right? Let me double check. Oh, no, there's a shine, okay. Now I have 2 shines. I think I can do something with those. I will worry about that in a little bit. I might do that off screen, like, between this and the next segment. But anyway, this here is the, Pit of 100 Trials. If you don't know what this is, it's, basically like the... I think it's called the Savage Labyrinth or the Cave of Ordeals. It goes by a bunch of different names, like in Zelda games. But, that's, basically what this place is. You just go through a whole bunch of floors of enemies of increasing difficulty. And every... Wait, star piece is found, what? Oh, that's just a tracker for the game in general. Why is that here? That's kind of weird. Anyway, the further you get harder enemies, and then you get better and better stuff. Every 10 floors you get a reward. I can probably get through at least the first 20 floors. There does exist a challenge in this game that some people do called the Bone Tail before Hooktail challenge, because Hooktail, obviously being the boss of the first, like the first castle, is not a very difficult boss. Bone Tail is the boss of the Pit of 100 Trials, and it is possible to actually beat that before completing the first chapter of the game. However, it requires really weird strategies and probably a fair amount of grinding. So I'm not going to be doing that, but I'm just kind of wasting time here, by the way. Don't worry about what I'm doing. I am interested in doing the pit, though, because I want to at least see what kind of stuff I can get out of it. And I basically just want to ask the audience at this point how much of it should be shown on screen, because I am going to be definitely fighting enemies that we haven't seen yet, but it also might get really tedious just going through one battle after another. So, I don't personally really want to off-screen the full thing, but I can understand why it would get boring. So I'm not going to have like an official poll on this where I'm going to like count up every individual vote or anything, but I want to see kind of a general consensus for how people feel about that. Because the next segment is probably going to be the pit, if I'm showing it on screen. If I'm not showing it on screen, it's probably going to be a little bit of it, and then going back to Hooktail's castle. But yeah, it's... Like I said, I'm definitely not doing the whole thing. I will do probably up to floor 20. I don't remember how hard it gets, so I might even be able to go further, but that is highly debatable. It just depends on how it looks when I get there. But anyway, I have 2 shine sprites. I'm going to use them. Because, oh, you need 3. Okay. Never mind. I guess I'm not doing that then. So yeah, I will be ending here then. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will email you a pizza roll.
The stories were all true. This place is terrifying.